Hi, I'm Carlos Vargas, Bilingual Education Coordinator and Certified Consumer Credit Counselor for Springboard.
After you calculate your income and expenses, then you will need to add everything up to create your final budget. Then add your debt payments in addition to the amount that you want to save each month to meet your final goals. Balance your monthly budget by subtracting your total expenses from your net income. At this point, you will know if you're in a deficit or in a surplus. If you are in a deficit, you will need to find areas to cut or reduce expenses or ways in which you can increase your income. Balance your budget by subtracting your total expenses from your net income. At this point, you will know if you're at a deficit or at a surplus. If you find yourself at a deficit, you will need to find areas to cut or reduce your expenses or look at ways in which you can increase your income. Our budgeting charts divide expenses into two categories: necessary and discretionary expenses. Discretionary expenses or wants are the first items you should look to make cuts if your budget doesn't balance. We can't give you exact guidelines because everybody's budget is different, but here's a general idea of how your spending should break down. Housing should be around 35 to 45% of your budget. Your auto and transportation budget should be around 15, but no more than 25%. Your monthly utility bills, including gas, electric, water, sewage, trash, and telephone, should be 8 to 15% of your monthly budget. 10 to 20% of your budget should go towards food. Medical expenses should be 8 to 15% of your budget. Clothing and accessories should be 3 to 5% of your budget. Savings are a crucial part of your budget, often overlooked. You should strive to save as much as possible for emergencies, retirement, and other goals. For now, set aside 5 to 10% of your income for savings, but eventually you should try to save as much as 20%. That will probably have to wait until your debts are paid off though. Miscellaneous expenses should be 5 to 10% of your budget every month. This is a big category for most people, so you'll probably have to make some cuts here to balance your budget. Up to 20% of your monthly budget can be set aside for debt payments, not including your auto loan or mortgage. This category will involve credit cards for most people. If your debt payments are taking up more than 20%, you may have a problem that may need some serious help.